All right, hey there. So the first thing is, let's talk about what is new in 2.0, because I got to tell you, we have experienced massive growth inside this platform. Not only inside the platform, but also with our user base. And at the time I'm shooting this video, you ready for this? We have over 700 local newsletters that are sending out each and every week. Now, those are the only ones that are sending. We have so many more newsletters that are being built out, that are being prepared, that are preparing to send. It is awesome. And so this is definitely the right time to jump in this opportunity because you haven't missed the train. Like, it's still hot. We're still at the infant stages. We've seen a lot of acquisitions go down in the time that we've been focused on this. We most recently saw the Charlotte Agenda get acquired for $5 million. That's a local newsletter. We saw Naptown Scoop get acquired for I don't know how many millions of dollars. There's been a few of them out there. So we are on the right track with what we're doing here. So let's talk about what's new in 2.0. And this video here, I'm just going to kind of give you a rundown of what you can expect to see inside of this little mini series so that you understand that this is tremendous value that we are providing and that the platform is just taking off. All right. So let's talk about the massive growth that we are experiencing. Well, the first thing is we have gone and added AI integrations to the Letterman software. Okay. So we didn't have that before. In the 1.0 version, we showed you how to use ChatGPT and we created custom GPTs and stuff like that because AI wasn't where it was supposed to be, right? Or it wasn't where it is today, right? So today we can now integrate those different platforms. We're going to talk about that here in a second, all right? Also, one of the biggest things that we've done that is a total game changer and completely changed the way that we send out newsletters today. I'm going to map this whole entire thing out for you. We have implemented our local article functionality, and this is awesome. And again, we're only at the infant stages of this, but we're going to spend some time talking about this in this training. We also have something called the latest news screen. And what this did is, I'm old school. I've been in the business since 1998. This kind of replaced WordPress for me. Now, I'll show you how that works. It's tied into the local articles. Also, we've upgraded the archived area. And the reason why is because not only do we have newsletters sending out, but now we have articles that are being created, right? And I'll kind of walk through that and I'll show that to you. And we've also added SEO features such as sitemaps as well as schema. Now, you don't have to understand this stuff, just understand that it's going to help you get ranked. Not only indexed, but it's going to help you get to the top of Google for your publication, all right? We've also got stuff like H1 tags, H2 tags, H3 tags, stuff that we didn't have before in 1.0, right? Because we've really been focusing on the local. Then we've gone and we've created what's called the peer syndicate group. So with email deliverability today, it's kind of complicated, right? So we want to make sure that we get the best opens, the best clicks. We want people to respond to our email because Papa G is watching that, right? And G meaning Google, right? Gmail, they're watching us, right? So is Yahoo. So we want to make sure that we get the very best delivery. And so what we're going to do is we're going to use our community. We call this the peer syndicate group to make sure that we're able to do that. And then we also added, because there's so much excitement with this, we added a weekly call. We call this the local newsletter hour. It takes place every single Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It has replaced the roundtable. Okay, I did the roundtable for years. We archived it because I only got so much time during the week. Now we do the local newsletter call. I'll talk about that as well. Okay, so these are all things that we're going to briefly cover in this video, and then we'll go through great detail showing you how to get all of this set up and make sure that you are just ready to rock and roll. All right. So the first thing is, let's talk about those AI capabilities. All right. Now, obviously, we have ChatGPT. Most people prefer ChatGPT when it comes to creating the content and the articles and everything else. That's fine. But some other people would prefer something like Gemini, right? So that's the Google Gemini. Then we're also integrated with Claude, which is one of my favorites. And then there's one that I don't know a lot about, and that is Grok. Now, once you've gone and integrated with ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, Grok, or however you want to do this, you can integrate with all of them, or you can just choose a single one. Well, now we're ready to go out there and actually start creating content. We're actually able to go out there and start creating articles. And so if you see here on my screen, these are all articles that are happening here in the Summerlin area. And guess what? AI creates all of these articles for us We've made it very, very fast. It's an awesome feature. And like I said, it completely changed the way that we build newsletters. And I will get into that so that you understand that. But if I were to go ahead and click on this first article here that says Meet Shady, you're going to see that here is the article. And over here on the right-hand side, people can go ahead and sign up for our newsletter, right? So they find these articles. Remember, we got the schema and the sitemap, and these articles are getting indexed, and a lot of them are getting ranked. And we'll go into more on that as well. Okay, so you want to create as many of these articles as you can because people are going to find them inside of Google for certain keywords. And then what happens is when they open up the article, they go, man, that was a really great article, provided a lot of value. And they come over here and they sign up for your newsletter. And that is how people are able to build their subscriber base today, all organic from Google. Okay, so in addition to the articles, we also have our latest news. All right, so if you look up here at the top right where you have this megaphone, this is called latest news. And what this does is this will show your most recent article. So in the days of WordPress, we had what were called posts. And when you open up your WordPress blog, it would show your top post at the top. Well, that's what we're doing, but we're not doing posts, we're doing articles, okay? Because we want to get ranked locally, right? Because we want to get subscribers. And then when people click on the latest news, it opens up to the very, very top. And there's all kinds of stuff we can do. We can make stories trending, or we can add alerts to them. I'll show you how to do all of that inside of this little mini series, right? So that's our latest news. Then we also have a brand new archived area. And so you might notice over here that we have the logo over here. We have your social networks over here. We have a news ticker up here. We have the archives, the subscribe, the current issue. And then down below, we have the newsletters and we have our recent articles. And see where it says view all? We can very easily get to all of our newsletters. We can very easily get to all of our articles, right? Now, I also talked about how we're going to be found in Google, the top of the search engines. Well, that's with our SEO features. I mentioned that we have a sitemap. This is what the sitemap looks like. And you're looking at that going, what the heck is that? You don't need to know. Just understand that's the language that Google speaks. I'll show you how to set that up. We also have schema that's built inside of all of our articles. That's nothing you have to do. It's inside the code, but just understand that we built all of that in just to make sure that you are getting ranked very, very fast. Okay. In addition to that, we also have something called the Peer Syndicate Group. So at the time I'm shooting this video, there was 400 publications that were added to the Syndicate Group. And what you're able to do is you're able to come in here and you're able to subscribe to all of these. All right, we're going to talk about why you want to do that. This is going to help you with your email deliverability. Next, we have our subscriber tracking. Okay, so this is very, very advanced from where we were. All right, so I have this publication selected. I can go ahead and search for anybody in here. And then over here, I got these statuses. So I can see who are active openers, clickers, inactive, passive, who are new, who are undeliverable, and who are dead in our system. And down below, I can see the difference between the subscribers, which in this case is 98%, versus the peers, which is less than 2%. Okay. And then I come through here and I can see their email address and what publication they're subscribed to. And then I can see how they came in. So in this case, this person came from a Facebook lead ad. This person came from the sign up page. Another lead ad, sign up page, sign up page. This person came from an article, sign up page, article, article, article. Over here, this is the tag that fires off the email activity. We'll take a look at all this, but just understand, we now know exactly where the subscriber came from. And speaking of tracking, you may be familiar with our Global Control Center. Well, we've done a lot of updates there as well. So if I were to come over here, you're going to see that now we see the name and the country, the email, the date they created, the tags, the workflows. But check this out. You will see in real time when people are performing activities, when they're opening up your newsletters, when they're signing up, like whatever they're doing, we're able to see their email activity over here, right? So there's so many updates happening in our platform that I need to spend time with you each and every week. So like I said, every single Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we do the local newsletter hour. All right, it's there where we talk about different strategies, and you know, I go out there and create guides for you, and we have Q&As, and we launch our newsletter. I want to talk about all of that stuff inside of this training. Okay, so there's a little snapshot of what you can expect. All right, and like I said, it's going to be good, and I have a feeling there's probably going to be a 3.0 right around the corner. All right, so go ahead and go through the rest of the series, enjoy, and let's get it all put together.